My checklist for the perfect woman. Checklist for my perfect woman. I don't have one. I don't have a perfect woman in my head. I don't have a checklist for the perfect woman. I know what I like and I know what I don't like, but it's a weird question because it doesn't allow me to appreciate the different things in different people. Like, it could be argued that then I could say my perfect woman would be those things I like from each of those individuals, if that makes sense. But no, I don't have a perfect. I don't have one. Do you know what? I meet so many perfect women. So many perfect women as they are. And whatever may not make them compatible with me is not to do with them not being perfect. It's to do with our differences and the things we connect on. But I mean, pretty much every woman I meet is perfect in her own way, as she is, without being changed. It's just that we may not connect in certain ways of thinking or behavior or beliefs, but as they are by themselves, if there was someone else like them, they would be perfect because they have their own views, they have their own opinions, they have their own likes and dislikes and their own ways of being that there's nothing wrong with, because they're human beings, if that makes sense. That's what they feel, that's how they behave, that's, you know, and that's perfectly acceptable. Just it might not connect with how I feel about something or the way I behave or the way, you know, I connect with them, but it doesn't make them not perfect. It may make them incompatible, but not that they're not perfect, because if there was someone just like them, they would be perfect for each other. And that's how I feel about it. You know, I don't feel that I'm less perfect because of outside forces that are not the same as me, that don't gel with me or my ways. I think everybody's looking for perfect, but there isn't a perfect in that sense. But there's so many people walking around with that list of these, you know the famous one you hear? Oh, do they tick the boxes? Do they tick the boxes, you know? Tick, 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 tick. And oh man, you'd go through a life of singledom, you know, that with that concrete 10 commandments list, you know, walking around with that people have to fit into. Because every person that doesn't fit into your list is out. You know, if there's a couple of things that don't fit, they are gone. And that's opening up for a life of aloneness and, you know, loneliness. Big time, man. It's, you know, no one's perfect, and I think the quicker we get to accepting that, you know, you're not going to find anyone who's perfect to fit that list, the quicker we'll get to finding someone who's compatible with us to the highest degree, you know. And that's all it is. You know, finding someone who is compatible with you to the most they can be, to the most you can find. You know what I mean? And you know, even with that, you could go on forever trying to find someone who's more compatible than the last person. But yeah, it's a bit ridiculous, this tick box relationship quest. These are the things he or she must have if I'm to take them seriously and be with them and you know, spend the rest of my life with them, say, or get married or whatever it might be. They have to tick these 6 boxes. If one is missing, forget it. I don't want to know. It's just crazy, right? Because you could have someone who ticks 5 of them, and it's a stubbornness of people as well. Like, you know, if they don't tick the 6, forget it. Not 5, not 4, no, all 6. This is what I want. If you don't fit those 6, that's it. Forget it. It's a done deal. It's a deal breaker. You know, no deal, and it's crazy. It's crazy to me. I mean, I get it because I was like that. You know, I had that whole thing of if this weren't right, you know, whatever, forget it, not interested and all that stuff, kick you out the door, bye. Not literally, but yeah. I think there's older people going through that as well. Like, I think people still going through that in their 40s and 50s, still trying to tick boxes. I was talking to someone recently with that same mindset, and they're older than me, so, you know, it's people are still like that. They have to, I mean, I think the older you get, the more you have it. Because you're getting older, you're thinking, no, I'm at this age now, this is what I want, I don't want any of that foolishness I had before, whatever they may think about past relationships. They have a set list of what they will accept. So you find that a lot, even more sometimes in people who are older, because they feel they've been through this, they've been through that, and they're no longer willing to. They know what they've got to an age. They feel they know what they don't want. So this is their list now for what they do want, and that's what they're sticking to. And if anything that comes to them that is not fitting into that line of things, they don't want to know. And you have young people same way, you know. But I don't think it's limited to age. I think it's right across the board. People who have, you know, for whatever reason, have their lists that they want. You must tick these boxes, otherwise F off. Turn into old crazy cat ladies, bitter bachelors. It's definitely the tick box theory, the tick box culture that we're living in. Tick box culture, ticking the boxes. Tick the boxes, man.